right, man. So Jake Paul, my wild here right now, admits that uh he was in talks to fight Gervonta Davis. Says he got something lined up, but he said he's gonna keep it under wraps because he was prematurely announcing fights with Canelo, with Tank, and they didn't come to fruition or whatever. So um let's see, let's hear what he has to say. Give me 1 minute. So let's pull this up. And I'm gonna tell you what I heard from behind the scenes like a week or two before he even said something like this. So let's listen to the Jake Paul.
Yeah, no, it was highly talked about and in negotiations and almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back. But me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight for sure. We do have an announcement next week, but I'm just not gonna leak anything. And like, we've had these fights pulled twice now at the 1 yard line, Canelo, Gervonta. I'm just not gonna jinx it and say anything.
Joshua?
Yeah, no, that we're gonna plan that for 2026. He called me up and was like, "I saw you call me out," and he's like, "Let's run it. Let's make it happen."
That's a joke if he fights Joshua, but so be it. I don't really care at this point. Boxing is goofy, and for the most part, he's saying that was supposed to happen. I mean, he's doing a lot of great things for female boxers. He found the niche. He found the lane there. But don't erase it out your mind that they can turn on him. It's gonna be somehow always his fault. Don't forget it. Even though he did wonderful things for female boxing, pay attention. Watch how they're gonna shift the blame to him. I'm telling you, that's how it always goes with women. Women always shifting the blame on the man. All right. So apparently, he said that was scheduled to fight, and Tank kind of alluded that at the end of his fight, saying that, the person that he was fighting was here tonight. It was Jake Paul. Now, I heard something very interesting when it came to that. I heard that PBC didn't have the money, and that's why they didn't go through with it to pay Jake Paul. Now, my thing is this: if that's the case, couldn't Jake Paul just go out there and find the money? But then again, don't forget when Terrence Crawford went out there and found the money, it was a problem. It was an actual problem when Jake Paul when Crawford was trying to get people to fund the fight. And Al Heyman told him he wasn't letting nobody touch that particular fight. But let me pull up what he actually said, right? So give me a minute. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a minute. But let me get. So let me see if I can pull this up. I've been sitting on this for a minute. So, trying to see if I can pull this shit up, man. All right, the reason why Jake and Tank not happening is PBC can't pay Paul what he's asking. Then Tank and his team tried to make Paul come down to 140 without rehydration clause. Laugh out loud. The only way you're going to see Tank in a high-profile fight if he signs with Turkey, because broke-ass PBC can't afford it because your boy Spence F the cash up. Laugh out loud. So, basically, trying to make Jake Paul come down to 140 is crazy. So I don't know if they was just using Jake Paul's name for publicity, or possibly that's what it was. They probably was using Jake Paul's name for publicity, but apparently Tank ain't gonna fight nobody because they simply can't afford it. And maybe if they join forces with another promotional company, maybe they can afford it. But whatever Jake Paul wanted, my thing is, why not allow Jake Paul to do what Jake Paul do and go find the money. Why not allow Jake Paul to go find the money? That's my number one thing. Why not allow him to go find the money? You know, allow him to go out there and find the money, whether it's Netflix, whether it's whoever it is. That's my thing. Allow him to go out there and find the bag. I think that should really be the thing. But they want power, but they don't have money. And how can you have power? You don't have money. Come on. How can you have power? You don't have money. So that's the whole thing. They want to run the show. They want to run the show. And to a lot of people, that's a problem. Because if you don't have the money, how can you run the show? So this is my humble opinion on it. But honestly, I don't even think it was going to be a real I don't think it was going to be a real fight. So I don't know what they end up agreeing to, if they actually was in negotiations. That's the $1 million question. Even if they were in negotiations, what weight did they agree to? That's the $1 million question. What weight did they agree to? So, but I don't think it was going to be a real fight. But apparently, I'm guessing they wanted to put it on pay-per-view. That's what I'm guessing. They wanted to put it on pay-per-view. And with them putting it on pay-per-view, I'm guessing like, okay, they didn't want to put it on, Netflix. They wanted to do things their way. And ultimately, you just get tired of it. Like, you had your day, you was the dominant, y'all had the bag at one point. Y'all didn't do nothing with it. It's like we passed you the basketball, you dribbled out the shot clock. But I think, is it disgraceful? It is disgraceful for Tank to want to jump in there with Jake Paul, but everybody in boxing is chasing money. That's what everybody's chasing. Everybody's chasing money. That's their main and only motivation, is to get the bag. That's their motivation. So ultimately, people are still gonna watch it, and whatever Tank do, people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Tank's the face of boxing. He can do whatever he do. He's just really a Canelo wannabe." He have a lot to say bad about black fighters, but nothing bad to say about Canelo Alvarez. Don't y'all find that funny after what he said? I find that hella funny. He had a lot to say. When another fighter was critical of him or whatever it was, so, just, I don't understand it, but, people was going to pay for it. People was going to watch it. It was going to be an event, and ultimately, what was going to be the weight? He thirsty for a bag. But in my opinion, I just think this fight, they were just saying this for publicity. If I'm being honest, I think this is for publicity. Real talk. Come on. I think it was always for publicity. I don't think they was going to fight. Talking about him getting down to 140. Tank used this excuse, I'm just so small. I'm just like, all right, whatever. But I don't think they was going to really get in the mix. I don't think so. What weight? Then it had to be an orchestrated fight. It had to be orchestrated. In my opinion, it had to be an orchestrated fight. He ain't gonna get in the mix for real and mixing up with Jake Paul. I just don't see that happening. I think most of the Paul fights are fixed to begin with. And if the money was such an issue, then why they just didn't go to in my opinion, why they just didn't go to why they just didn't go to Netflix, and I'm pretty sure Netflix would have put the money up. Guarantee you it. Guarantee you it. So let me know what y'all think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch. Join the Patreon. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.